Okay, Chris here. We're going to do a picture flip card alongside a text flip card. But before we do that, you need to look at file management. Really important, stops a lot of tears. Okay, so I'm going to add a module here called picture unit. And in that module, I'm going to add a new file. And I'm going to grab a template. And I'm going to say the title is picture lesson 1. Okay. Before I publish, I want to make sure where my new file is being saved. Right now it's being saved in what's called the root directory. Okay, I don't want everything saved in the same spot. I'd like a folder just for picture units. So I'm going to say change path. And see the folders, I've got one for basic computers, one for my generic templates. I want a new folder and I'm going to call it picture unit. Create. And I'm going to click on that and say select path. That's where I want this file to go. And any new lesson I stick inside that unit, I want to make sure it goes all in the same place. Okay? And I'm going to copy this part here. I need that later on. So I'm just going to highlight this path, whoops, and copy. And I'm going to paste it in my flip card stuff. You'll see all this in a minute, but just at the very bottom here for a minute, I'm just going to paste it and come back to that. Okay. So I'm good to publish now. And I can see there's a flip card further down here, one called 600 by 600, and there's a text one here, and that's what they're going to look like. I don't want to use this one because the picture itself is actually not even the picture folder, it's actually in the generic template folder, and I don't want to mess around with that one. So what I'm going to do is first add a picture. So I'm going to go to Edit Course, Manage Files. Inside that picture unit, I'm going to put the upload my picture. Don't just call it picture. Make sure it's a specific name so that you can refer to it, especially if you have multiple pictures inside that unit. Be careful that it's mitochondria 1 or whatever, or U132 picture 1 or whatever. So give it a nice name so you can find it again. Okay. Notice that that picture is now within this thing that I copied before, content/other/17, all that stuff. I know that's where the picture is, so I'm going to go back to my content. And within my lesson, I'd like to have the flip cards right underneath paragraphs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say edit HTML. Right under the word paragraph, I'm going to put all these stars and hit enter again. So that's where I want to put my flip stuff. If you're going to do things otherwise, don't let that be the last thing on your page. Put something else underneath there. And I'm going to now go to my HTML coding. And I'm going to find Control F to say find all those stars. There they are. So I know that's where I want to put my flip card stuff. Paste. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to come back over to here to my coding, and I need to make a little change in here. So remember the original image called flip 600 by 600 is inside my generic module. I really don't want to go there. I want to go and highlight. So I'm going to use my shift key and my arrows to highlight all the red stuff here till I get just after the word image. I'm going to replace it with that stuff content/prep modules picture unit. So that tells me which folder it's in, and I'm going to change the words flip 600 by 600.jpg to the name of my picture, which is Chris space D.jpg. Okay, and now I'm going to copy from here all the way down to the third end div, copy. I'm going to stick that right here. I'm going to say save, update, and now I'll see there's my picture and there's my text. I bet if I refresh it's going to give me my picture full size. There it is. Okay, so there's my picture full size and there's my text heading, and then you can look at the other things about how to replace the back of this and the front of this and the back of this in some of the other videos.